Where's your overbearing boyfriend?
He's not my boyfriend.
I enjoy more of the DC animated movies than I don't, but there's no question that there have been some questionable decisions made over the years in some of these DC animated movies. So today I will be talking about what I think are the worst decisions ever made in DC animated movies. I'll go in chronological order. First being the Batman-Batgirl relationship in Batman the Killing Joke. I don't really think I need to expand upon this. I don't think it's the decision anyone was a big fan of. It's nothing anyone was clamoring for or asking for. I get that you needed to fill some time for this to be a full-length DC animated movie, but did it really have to be with this? The first half of the movie is utter garbage and really hurts the movie as a whole. Batgirl having a sexual attraction towards Batman is something I could understand, but Batman going along with it just doesn't fit Batman's character. And like I said, it's something none of us ever needed to see so explicitly on screen. Next is Batman and Harley Quinn being the return to Batman the Animated Series. I could say the entire movie was a step in the wrong direction, but it specifically being the return to Batman the Animated Series is a major misstep. The movie does not feel like it's set in that world at all. It has none of the vibes that the original show did. It just has the returning voice cast. I don't know how they read the script and thought it was a good idea to make it the return to that world. It would have worked much better as its own thing, but even still, it wouldn't have been a very strong movie. Next is Batman Hush attempting to make the Riddler a joke. It feels like Batman Hush was a movie written by people that were not a fan of the Riddler. Calling him a C-lister doesn't make it true, even if you say it in the movie. It doesn't make that sentiment any less false. The Riddler is an A-list Batman villain. He's one of the villains that an everyday person will recognize. They know who the Riddler is. And that's my biggest problem with the movie Hush. It's not that they changed the identity of Hush. That's not that they made the Riddler Hush. It's that they tried to make the Riddler seem like some kind of joke, just to kill him off in the end, and it's just always been an infuriating choice for me as a Riddler fan, and I'm sure anyone else that is a fan of the Riddler hates it as well. Fourth on the list is the Flash's death in Injustice. It happens basically immediately. As soon as the Flash gets on screen, they kill him off. I can get that they wanted to show you that this movie had high stakes, but killing one of DC's biggest characters that is already underserved in every form of media, basically. Sure, he has his own show, but that show, let's face it, it went downhill pretty fast. And not just killing him off, but killing him off in the way they did. The one character that you kill with a flying saw blade is a character that has super speed. Sure, his feet were trapped, but he can phase his feet out of that trap, and he can dunk his head. He has super fast reflexes, even if he is being infected by Jonathan Crane's The Scarecrow's fear toxin. What the hell are you doing? And just to add to that, of course, the original Injustice story, the Flash is such a big part of that, and him changing from Superman's side to Batman's side is a major part of the story. It all makes this such a disappointing decision. And lastly, spoilers for Green Lantern Beware My Power if you have not seen this movie. This one is just on the list so I could have 5. The other 4 are more disappointing for me personally, but Green Lantern Beware My Power killing basically every villain that's in the movie, including Hal Jordan. I'm sure Hal being the villain was disappointing for some, but it wasn't that big of a deal for me. I'm not a massive Hal Jordan fan to begin with, and it is technically Parallax. He has the Parallax virus inside of him, but still not keeping him alive or even attempting to take the Parallax virus out of him was a little disappointing, and also, of course, killing Sinestro moments before that. That's 2 huge characters that you killed in this movie. That is part of a connected universe. The other villains were expendable, sure, it was cool seeing them. Them dying isn't as big of a disappointment as Sinestro and Hal dying, but still, when you got a connected universe like this, you kind of have to pick and choose what characters you're going to kill and which characters to keep, and killing 2 big ones this fast is a little bit of a disappointment, because now, even though we do know there is a multiverse in the DC universe, seeing those characters in future installments is kind of unlikely. So those are the worst decisions made in DC animated movies. In my opinion, those are the ones that irked me the most. Let me know what you think are the worst decisions ever made in DC animated movies down below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.